Hi, my name is Dawn, and I just want to give a shout out today to all the single moms out there and say Happy Mother's Day to all of you. This Mother's Day, I just want the day to not go by without you hearing some words of encouragement and affirmation. Because let's face it, I think sometimes the moms most in need and deserving of recognition on Mother's Day often get completely overlooked. And I'm talking about single moms. So, this Mother's Day is going to be different, and we want you to know how important you are and how appreciated you are for everything you do. Under normal circumstances, you do some amazing things and you juggle all kinds of stuff, and you deserve huge praise and appreciation and honor for all that you do. But we are not under normal circumstances right now. We are in the season of coronavirus, which means most of you have probably been sheltering in place for about 2 months now. Some of you have had your kids 24/7 with no break. No kids going to school, no parent to take over. You've done it all. And that's a huge, kind of overwhelming thing sometimes for most of you. I think for any of us, it would be. But what I also know is that you are really doing a remarkable job in the season. From what we've seen and a lot of the posts we've seen, you've had some super creative ideas, ways you've been resourceful, ways you've been investing in your kids and giving them fun things to do. And what I think I've seen is that in many cases, single moms, single parents are actually outshining a lot of two-parent families in this season. I think because you're used to walking in adversity. You're used to having to juggle all these things. You're used to making dinner with 3 kids grabbing at your legs and having to do homework and having to work and pay bills and do laundry all at the same time. So this is maybe not so strange for you. It might just feel like another day being a single mom. So I know that even then, that it's still a hard job. And I also understand that sometimes Mother's Day can bring a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings to the surface, feelings of loneliness, sometimes feelings of just being left out or forgotten. And we want to just make sure that you know that you're not forgotten and that we are thinking about you today. We here at Single Parent Missions, we do understand, and actually many of the leaders on our team are still single moms or single parents, and they are doing what you're doing right now. And I know it's not easy. And so we just want you to know that we see you, we recognize the hard job you have, and we want to make sure that you hear a great big well done, not just today, but every day. And I know some of you might be hoping for some special gifts or surprises this Mother's Day, and if you have girls, you might get some of those. You might get some of those sweet little drawings or messages, like with little rainbows and flowers on them and little words that say, I love you, Mommy, or Mom, you're the best, or, just other little things that just make your heart get soft and just bring tears to your eyes. And I'm guessing because I never got anything like that because I had a boy. So for those of you single moms out there who have boys, I just want to give you a heads up, like you might not want to get your hopes up too high because you may not get anything. It just might not be on the radar at all. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means that they just don't think about affirming or recognizing or giving gifts sometimes. And so in that case, I hope we can kind of fill that gap for you a little bit and do some affirmations. And I just want to let you know, as a single mom myself with a young son, I did get a couple gifts over the 6 years I was a single mom. One of them was this cute little flower pot, and the flowers that are still perky after 10 years because they're fake. But isn't that cute? It says my son's name on it and has little handprints from, I think he was about 6 years old, and it's just so sweet. I will probably keep it forever. It's precious. The other gift I got at some point during that 6 years was this little gem. It says, Mom is full of love and hugs as she guides her children. And it looks like it's from a Christian bookstore. And my guess is that my mom took pity on me during one of those years and took my son shopping and said, we need to get something for your mom for Mother's Day, and how about this? So this is what I got, but I still love it, and I will probably keep it forever. So anyway, you might have some treasures like that from Mother's Day. You might get some this year, or you might get nothing at all. And just so you know, your worth as a mom, please don't hinge that on the gifts that you may or may not get from your kids or from anyone, because that's not going to give you an accurate picture of how much you're worth. Your worth is beyond that, and I just want you to have maybe some backup ideas of how to still have a great Mother's Day, even if you don't have a gift like that. So one of those ideas is just spend some time with God. Like, let God give you that affirmation and that encouragement of your worth and how important you are and what you're doing and how much it matters. After all, His voice matters more than every other voice. And He's the one who does see everything. He sees all the things you do. He sees the sacrifice and how you don't buy the things that you need for yourself because you need to pay for something for your kids. And He sees the child support you don't get. And He sees the long hours you put in and just the tears and the sacrifices and all of that. And so He sees it all, and He knows what you do. And so let Him be the one to affirm you and remind you how much you're worth this Mother's Day. Another tip is just make a gratitude list of all the reasons that you're thankful for being a mom, and maybe some of the fun memories you have of being a mom and times with your kids that were really special. And maybe just make a list of all those and spend some time feeling gratitude, because when you feel gratitude overcomes other emotions that might be more negative that you're feeling on Mother's Day. It's actually impossible to have two conflicting emotions at the same time. So if you're choosing to practice and feel gratitude, you actually can't be feeling kind of the sadness and the self-pity or some of those other emotions at the same time. And so you're going to choose to have positive feelings on that day. And it really works. It does. So make a gratitude list. Finally, I think telling your kids, maybe sit down and have a special dinner with them and tell them how much you love being their mom. Tell them why you enjoy it, what's so special about each one of them, and why they bless you, and being a mom is such a blessing to you. And I know that will be a gift to their heart, and it might encourage them because they see the hard things you do too, and sometimes they probably feel guilty that you have to do all those things for them, and that they can't help you more. I think sometimes kids in single parent homes feel some guilt about that, and they worry about you, and so I think just hearing that you are blessed to be their mom, and that you are glad and that you don't mind making some of those sacrifices is a big gift to them, and in turn really probably a gift to you too. And maybe that will spark some incentive on their part to turn around and thank you for all the things you do, and let you know how much they love being your kids, which would be a great Mother's Day gift to have. So those are just some of the ideas I have for making this Mother's Day different and better and a good memory, regardless of any gifts that might come your way, or any cards, or just kind of some of those traditional things that we tie to feeling valued on Mother's Day. And like I said, most importantly, let God affirm you and let you know how much you're worth. that's part of the reason that we wanted to send this message out this weekend, is so that you would know and so that you would hear if you have any doubt that you matter. And what you do is huge, and it is not a small thing that you make the sacrifices you make and that you invest in your kids, sometimes in some very costly ways. And so we appreciate you, we honor you today, and we celebrate you on this Mother's Day. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.